Hi Libra, and welcome to the first of your 2 April readings for your zodiac sign. We are going to be doing live tarot and oracle here. I'll be doing the cards as the reading goes. This is for your sun, your moon, your rising, and even your Venus sign if you want to look at it from a relationship perspective, Libra. And also, regardless of whether you find this reading in April or not, the reason you were led to it is that there's probably a message in here for you, okay? So it is timeless. Now, let's get right into this. I'm doing an overall energy card, okay? And maybe not an overall energy. It could just be a message on its own, Libra. So let's see what we have out first. Sacrifice the bull. Okay. So let's just set that card there. Actually, I'm just going to bring it in a little bit. So we have sacrifice the bull. Is there something maybe coming up for you, Libra? Because these can be energies, people, whomever coming in and around you, where it's going to call for sacrifice on your part. Now, what I want to say here in the message is that that doesn't mean that you are losing out in any way. It's almost the way they're showing it to me is like sacrificing for the greater good type of thing. That would be the mindset to have on this. And this is a 40, which could be a 4. So it's almost like sacrificing, maybe sacrificing so that whatever it is can tumble back down and be rebuilt. Almost, I want to say like a tower card. It needs to be rebuilt, structurally sound from the bottom back up. Okay, so it could be an area in your life, maybe for some of you. This will resonate differently for everyone in different ways. So for some of you, it's just going to be strong like a bull. You are really going to have to stand up for yourself, what it is that you believe in, Libra. And you are, you know what, maybe you're going to have to be a bit stubborn, okay, about a certain situation or thing. Maybe it's not you who needs to sacrifice in that case. Maybe it's someone else. And you guys may have to agree on that in some way, what's best for both parties. And that's something that Libra energy loves. So I'm going to leave that card there and start getting into the rest here. And we're going to be doing tarot with them. I shuffle these ahead of time, okay? So I'm just going to give them a little shuffle here on camera. These cards, I love them to death, but my heavens, they're big. They're hard to handle sometimes. Okay. Puffin, partnership. Well, Libra, look, they're speaking your language. Okay. Accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. I said you may have to be tough like a bull here in some of these situations, right? Feel confident about being you. Don't back down. Charge through like a bull if you have to. Just don't hurt anyone along the way, I want to say for that. But I'm going to put this here. Let's get a tarot to go with that. But I love that card. I don't think I've seen that one come out before either, at least not that I remember. So the Puffin partnership. Maybe for some of you Libras, this is new partnership coming in your life. Maybe this is going to be a chance for you to show off your colorful personality to them or to bring joy into someone else's life. This partnership could also be about asking for help, right? Maybe there's a sacrifice that you need to make. You may need some advice, guidance, maybe some help in doing it. 4 of Swords. I feel like this isn't going to necessarily be easy for you. I keep wanting to come to this sacrifice over here. But what I do feel is that you're going to need to take a little time to gain some mental clarity about it. Okay, and maybe that's what the partnership is coming in and about, right? Teamwork will give you the best results or the best perspective or the best way of dealing with whatever this situation or event might be that comes up in your life if you're already going through it even now. You have to be yourself. You have to be true to yourself. You are colorful. You do not allow anyone to diminish that. Okay? You have spirit. Spirit for you could be God, source, universe, or whomever it is, whatever it is that you may call your spirit, okay? Ask them for help. But this is saying you need to gain some clarity. Okay, and maybe that's because for some of you, this will be different, can even be individual messages. But if we're tying it together, maybe for some of you, Libra, because this sacrifice that you're going to have to make, you're really going to have to take a little time and really get clear about it. And I want to say that so that you don't regret anything after the fact. You need to be clear. And maybe there needs to be some negotiation that even happens around it too, right? It'll be different for everyone. But let's get another card here. I'm liking those messages. Don't be afraid of the partnership, okay? And that can be partnerships in different ways for people. It depends on your situation. It could be a love relationship. It could be a business partnership. It could be a friend or family partnership that you didn't have before. Beaver, lay a solid foundation. If that isn't what we were talking about here back in the beginning, right? Don't be afraid for something to maybe have to be sacrificed to tumble down to the ground in order to be built back up on a solid foundation. It was funny. I was talking with a friend the other day about beavers, and I was talking about how solid the construction is from someone I know that was responsible for having to take one apart one time for good reason. They just displaced them for a short period of time while something needed to be fixed. But unbelievable. So, it's really, you're building back up on a solid foundation here, laying a solid foundation so that you can have that success and harmony and peace. Okay? Let's get a card, 5 of Pentacles. Yeah. It's almost as though, and no one's saying that your foundation right now is bad or, oh, you've done such a horrible job, Libra. Not at all. Okay. But there could be a feeling for you right now that something is broken, it's lacking something. It's lacking structural support. We could even say some area of your life. All right. Again, individual message could tie back into what we've been talking about. But here with the 5 of Pentacles, there could be that feeling of, ooh, this isn't structurally sound. There's something missing. It's like the Jenga game, right? Sometimes there's holes where people have pulled out the blocks of wood, right? And that leaves for an unstable foundation. And maybe there's something right now that has you feeling like that in your life or with someone or around a certain situation, event. And they're saying, you know what? In order to get past this feeling, or if that's what it is, then you're going to have to just maybe, like a Jenga game, let it crumble, bring it down to where you know that it's solid, and then start building back up again. Okay? Ooh, I love that message. I feel like these are very straightforward for you, Libra. Let's get another card here. Yeah, and I always say too, like these messages coming in are kind of like a heads up, right? So that when, oh, this one just came out, so that when something happens, i.e., and you're going, oh, that is like what's in the reading, it's giving you the heads up. You may not have to take it right to the ground. Some of you will, some of you won't. Some of you will just have to take whatever it is back a bit. And that could even be, think of a friendship. You met them, you became fast and quick friends, and now you're finding out things about them that you're like, So you may have to just take that back and start building it up solidly in a different way. Look, the eagle. I'm going to hold this up so you can see this archangel name. An archangel you can work with or speak to along with spirit, but sees opportunities courageously. So, kind of like the bull, okay? And with the eagle, I want to say it's that eagle eye. You are going to, I feel like with this one, it's almost as though, I look at the eye, this is an owl eye, but you know, where you're going to see that opportunity coming at you. And you're going to be like, this is it. This is the one, you know, and you can ask spirit for confirmation, right? Ask them for signs and synchronicities. Let's get you a tarot along with that. I love it though. But be courageous, be strong. Don't let anybody push you around. Look at this. I love it. This is the world. It almost, Libra, you could say, you are coming to the end of a cycle in your life. And maybe for some of you, the end of the cycle is not having self-confidence, not being courageous, not standing up for yourself, being afraid to step out. Maybe that's what's coming to an end for you here. This is their message. You need to seize opportunities courageously. The end of the world is like the end of a cycle. Something's coming to completion. And maybe for you, it's being timid or a little fearful or afraid about certain things. And they're saying, no, you need to be the bull. You need to be the eagle. You know, you see it, you go after it. All right. So I really like that. And you can also think of the world card here too, as we're talking about seize opportunities. Look, the world's at your feet here. Look, the owl sitting up on top of the world. That can be you if you are courageous enough to go out and take what you want. And of course, I always mean that in the best way, right? You're not just plundering and bulldozing over everyone, but if you have your sights set on something, then you do and work with spirit in whatever way it's going to take to manifest that into your life. But you have to do the work as well, right? But they will support you in that work if you're doing it. Okay, let's get another here. Roadrunner. Keep your sense of humor and don't take things too seriously. I like that, but I want to pop back here for a minute. Maybe for some of you, and again, I said this is always about energies, people, opportunities, events. There could be something coming up and it might frighten you a little bit. And you're like, oh, I don't think I can do that, or I couldn't possibly, you know, take a chance on that. Really think about it. This might be the time when you're ending that cycle of not wanting to take chances, okay? Not seizing opportunities with courage. Okay, let's get over to this Roadrunner card. What was it? Yeah, keep your sense of humor. Look, nothing in this life for us is, you know, I mean, yes, bad things happen and things that are sad, and, you know, we have people leaving us, whether it's, you know, aging out or something, you know, tragic has happened. That's not what we're talking about. But this is about, in general, your day to day. Don't take everything so seriously. Lighten up a little bit, Libra, okay? That card just came out. Yeah, and I love that this card just came out. You know what? We're meant to have a laugh. We're meant to learn. And sometimes we should maybe laugh or at least have a chuckle or a smile at some of our failures, because sometimes they are laughable, but we don't see that if we're all so serious and, you know, wound up so tight. Like the little owl here who won't accept a fourth cup of someone's help. I love how this is tying back to the partnership. Don't be so caught up and so wound tightly that you won't even accept help if it's coming in for someone. You can even say it's help coming in from spirit here. So whether it's a person, a situation, a company, an event, wherever it's coming from, don't turn your head to it. At least put some, at least give it some thought, I guess. Is it what's best for you? Is it part of the solid foundation maybe that you want to lay? Is it the opportunity? Okay, don't turn your head to it, all right? Spirit's like, no, this is not the time. That's why you're getting this message, Libra. I love it. Okay, now let's get, I'm going to say 3 tarot here to, you know, just finish up this reading for you. I do like it. Like I said, I feel that it all kind of loosely ties together, but also they're individual messages. Ace of Swords, it's time for a new beginning. And the new beginning, I said here, you need to get some clarity. You may need to take a little time out, okay? That's what the Ace of Swords is. You take that little bit of time out, maybe you have a breakthrough. Maybe you have a really great new idea. You're like, wow, if I hadn't taken this time out, I really wouldn't have thought of this, all right? But it is a new beginning, and beginning it, right? End of a cycle, new beginning with clarity. You see it, you know what it is that you want. There is not a bit of you that's unsure, okay? You step forward courageously. Love that. I love how that confirmed it. Page of Wands. Well, they're just covering all bases here. This is pages are also young and curious, and they love new things, and the Page of Wands is very adventurous, right? He believes, for example, that if he sets out, there are limitless possibilities for him out there. They want you to take on that energy. That little Page of Wands with his stick on his back and probably his little bag and his kerchief around his neck is like, I know that there's something for me to discover. I am a free spirit. I am going out and I am going to get inspired and get passionate about what it is that I want to do in my life, how it is I want to rebuild here, you know, finding a partner, whatever it may be, accepting the opportunity or the cup. Oh, and this one here, as I was shuffling, I'm going to take this top one, 3 of Swords. Actually, I got to take both of them because they both kind of come out. And the 2 of Swords. So they come out for a reason. Look, there may be areas here in the 3 of Swords where you have just, and I love that we have all these swords coming out. We have the Ace, the 2, the 3, and the 4. Okay, it's like progression here. You're going to start out new ideas. You're going to make some plans here. Look at him. He's got the book. He's got his finger up. He's like, how am I going to do this? He's drinking his tea. I want to say the feathers to me almost feel like maybe little messages, little signs from spirit. But then something happens and you know what? It's upsetting for him. Okay, it's upsetting, and it knocks him back a step or two. And you know, he's kind of like, or sorry, I'm going to say this is planning, but kind of you've come to a crossroads, okay? And you know that things need to change, and we've been talking about them. And then something happens, and I want to say it's like a little setback. But to get past this setback, the time out needs to happen so that you can get clear again. Because I feel like you were clear. You know what? You've come to a cross in the road, a fork in the road, and you're like, oh, do I go left? Do I go right? I've got to figure this out. And then maybe something happens and it feels like, oh, darn it all. Like this was quite a setback. So take that time out and get clear again, and you continue on, okay? So I like to tell the story in that way, being that these cards came out in this way. All right, so this is your reading, Libra. I hope that you enjoyed it. I will see you in your next reading, or maybe another reading here on my channel. If you want to check it out, I've got plenty of playlists. Bye-bye.